So I was really curious to see, did any of those celebrities, I mean, Beyonce, $10 million. Did she vote for Kamala Harris?
Right.
I mean,
before.
And for one, you know, just Megan Thee Stallion got, what, $5 million. I don't know, and Kamala Harris doesn't know what these people would do if they got that money. And as I understand it, some of the fundraising emails that you were just talking about were still going out Tuesday night at 10 p.m.
Okay, no response from Beyonce's Mammy. Then Patrick Bet-David, alongside Charlie Kirk and a host of other people, discussed it on the PBD podcast. Take a listen.
They gave Oprah Winfrey $1 million. I bet Oprah's pissed off that they gave Beyonce 10 times what they gave her.
It's Chris Cuomo up there as well. Again, no response from Beyonce's Mammy. And then the biggest podcaster in the world, discussed it on his podcast alongside comedian Jeff Dye. Let's listen to Joe Rogan.
How much did Beyonce get?
She got $10 million.
$10 million?
But, hold on. She talked for like 3 minutes. That's good.
What do you mean that's good?
I mean, that's enough.
That's too much.
No, it's plenty. It's perfect.
$10 million?
It's a good deal, the taxpayers' money. I mean, it's a good deal, all these people that are like donating money to the Democratic Party, and they're $20 million in debt. Here's the crazy thing.
Mutants.
So it's worth noting that during this time frame, the Daily Mail, Newsweek, publications left and right went out to Kamala's campaign and Beyonce's team multiple times to confirm these reports, to confirm these amounts. Both refused to respond to it. So then Candace Owens covers it on her show, again, late to the party last week. And apparently, this is what broke Beyonce. Beyonce just completely had some sort of a mental breakdown and called her mommy about this. And it's like Candace Owens is saying what everybody else has been saying for an entire week, but this is Candace Owens. And this must have been what led her team to decide to phone it in to Mark Zuckerberg, which, by the way, is 100% what happened. Take this to the bank, okay? Somebody had a contact at Meta. And they contacted Meta and said, can you take down Candace Owens' post, despite the fact that this went viral and it was everywhere? She wanted my post about it to be removed. And to be clear, in my post, I said, allegedly. Joe Rogan is not saying allegedly there. I was clear that it was a report. I was clear of where exactly the report came from and said that it was still pending because we were awaiting the FEC final report, which is supposed to come from Kamala's campaign, which would include amounts to Beyonce. And so when you have a report and when you're basically saying this is allegedly, it's coming from this campaign, there's no way that you can get this taken down from Instagram. Again, because those words allegedly, it's a report, and we're waiting for a confirmation, protect you. There's no standard for this. And still, Beyonce and her team managed to get my post taken down specifically, my post being the only post that was taken down. And I'm just showing you this. They flagged this as false information reviewed by third-party fact checkers, and you can still see the caption we put on that. We put the word allegedly next to it. Beyonce was paid $10 million to endorse Kamala, ? Allegedly. So it's really shocking. Even in the article, they are rating this false, but they say that they can't debunk the report. It just says, well, there's no evidence for this just yet, which basically means, look, Beyonce's team's upset. We don't have evidence for it yet, so we're going to take it down just to placate them. Absolutely ridiculous, pathetic. I think it's spineless, and like, of all of the things that have been said about me on the internet, every day there's something fake that I said. I promise you, I never said it. I'm being attacked. I'm like, there's no clip of me saying it. There's no means for me to ever get it taken down, but she was able to do this. It was a total elitist move. Anyways, Mammy Tina decides to brag about these elitist connections that someone was clearly able to pull behind the scenes, able to pull these strings and target just Candace Owens. And she posted this to her Instagram page. She posted, so this, and this is a picture of my show page, so this has been flagged on Instagram as fake news and taken down. It's called false information. Sadly, other platforms with a lack of integrity still have it up. So she's admitting this is just a target of Candace Owens. The lie is that Beyonce was paid $10 million to speak at a rally in Houston for Vice President Kamala Harris, when in fact Beyonce did not receive a penny for speaking at presidential candidate Vice President Kamala Harris's rally in Houston. In fact, she actually paid for her own flights for her and her team and total glam. She's not even aware of how privileged that sounds. They are not only lying and disrespecting Beyonce's name, but they are trying to further discredit the power of our vice president. When does the lies and rumors stop? She meant to say when do. Of course, you won't see this in the news! Exclamation point, times 5. Okay, so parking aside the fact that Tina Knowles is still grifting off her ex-husband's last name, so people know that she's related to Beyonce. To be clear, Tina and her ex-husband Matthew divorced 13 years ago. Her name is Tina Lawson, not Knowles, but let's keep up the Knowles so people can put some respect on your name. We have to seriously ask ourselves why she chose to target just me, which, by the way, this whole post, as cool as she thought she was, with John Legend in the comments, just being like, yeah, you got her. It was actually not well received by the public at all. So I'm going to show you the comments under the Instagram page which broke the story, which was the Neighborhood Talk. And you can see, we're just showing you these comments in a row. Somebody writes, Tina, hush. Next person says, she's basically saying they got a bigger bag than a messy 10 million. How preposterous is that? She then says, she lost me at discredit vice president. Hope when the receipts are publicly posted, that'll be the end of that, allegedly. Next person says, that-ish public record, go ahead. Next says, I know she is Beyonce's mom, but she does too much. Next person says, Tina, give it up, please. On the following page, it's more of the same. Beyonce never speaks for herself. She was paid. Tina, Beyonce doesn't do anything for free. She got paid. Next person, she was definitely paid. This actually makes Kamala look bad because if the celebrities wasn't paid, then where is all that money at? And lastly, this person says all of these artists denying being paid and the campaign funds literally got drained to negative digits. How? 10 years ago, comments like that would have been unfathomable. That many black people openly speaking out and questioning the queen in this way. The queen could do no wrong 10 years ago. Oh my gosh, we said one thing about Beyonce, the whole hive came for you. You were over, you were done. Couldn't touch one hair on her pretty head. We now fast forward 10 years and you have Candace Owens casually stating that I don't even think that Beyonce's had a good album since 4. She's just a part of the establishment machine. Everything she does, no matter what, they pretend that it's amazing and that it's awesome. And quite frankly, it's not a challenge to her. It's not a challenge to her to be told, like her and Taylor Swift are, that everything they do is amazing, even when it sucks. So Beyonce and her mommy targeted me, this is my belief, because I'm emblematic of something that frustrates them. It's a changing social economy in the world, where what has always worked for them in the past is no longer interesting to the public. This is an economy where authenticity pays. And Beyonce does not remember what it means to be authentic anymore because she...
Hey there, Patriots. This is True Outlaw Patriot coming at you with another one. The clip I just showed you was kind of lengthy, but it's a means to the video that I'm putting out tonight. Candace Owens put this out yesterday, I believe, and you heard for yourself. There's some beef going on with Beyonce, her mom, and Candace Owens with the alleged rumors that Kamala Harris paid her $10 million to go speak at one of her rallies. Okay? And I believe that the rumors started coming about because as more news has come out, the Democratic Party is broke. They're trying to find out where a lot of the money went, okay? And obviously, if they're asking, it's because there's no receipts and money was either being laundered or money was being paid out and they just don't have, again, they don't have any receipts to show for it. So Candace Owens points it out, okay? And right away, Beyonce's mom feels it necessary to go and say something about it, go on social media. I mean, to the point that whoever was contacted had to go and get rid of Candace Owens' post. Now, if that's not petty, I don't know what is. Especially when so many other content creators, okay, I should say podcasts and social media, you know, certain social media channels and influencers, I should say, put the same information out. Now it's like, okay, they could have easily went after Joe Rogan. They could have went after who is it, PBD or David Patrick. You know who I'm talking about. But they could have went after them too, and they didn't. And it makes me wonder why. Why would you go after Candace Owens like that? Okay. Are you threatened by Candace Owens? Because to tell you the truth, I don't care how much money Beyonce has. I mean, she's worth almost $1 billion. She's worth about $800 million. She, in all honesty, cannot stand next to Candace Owens and be as strong as Candace Owens. And I know a lot of people may say, you know what? No, Beyonce's better. Beyonce is just an entertainer. She is a singer. She gets paid to put on a show. Okay? She gets paid way too much money to put on a one-piece bodysuit and go shake her ass, okay, in front of millions of people. I mean, to get paid that much is ridiculous. I don't want to hear about her music. If you heard one good singer, you've heard many. Is she a good singer? Yes. Does she have a beautiful voice? Yes. But is she all that? No. Okay? Lest anybody forget people like, I don't know, maybe Whitney Houston, Tina Turner, Janis Joplin. You know, the names go on and on and on. Okay? But they're going to go after Candace Owens, and in my opinion, she is the epitome of a beautiful woman, a good woman, a housewife, you name it. That's what it is. A woman like Beyonce. Only a person like Jay-Z could fall in love with her, because they're in that spectrum of being elitist, of having a lot of money, being surrounded by the rich and shameless, okay, being embroiled in scandal. Okay, we all know what the scandal's going on with Jay-Z and P. Diddy and Beyonce being a part of it. I mean, the list goes on and on and on with these people in the music industry. So, Candace Owens puts out this information. She gets vilified over it. Okay? And they're going to try to make it seem as if, you know what, oh no, Candace Owens is wrong, or whatever the case is. And the reason why I'm putting this video together and I'm bringing all this up is not so much about what's going on with her and Candace Owens. It's because of some information that I've seen today, and I'm going to show you a quick video clip and a couple of articles, is that with, you know, you would think somebody with Beyonce's status, knowing that she's in the spotlight, always surrounded by paparazzi, there's always going to be maybe some real news, fake news, gossip, whatever the case is, because of the lifestyle that she lives and she leads, okay? You think that she'd push this away, but no. They have to, like I said, they have to go and attack Candace Owens. But Beyonce's the kind of person that Yale University decided to put out a study course on her. Yeah, you heard me right. Yale University, the Ivy League college, has decided to start a Beyonce study course. Okay? Not a study course on Candace Owens, on how to be somebody important, you know, that knows about politics, knows about motherhood, knows about the ins and outs of life struggles. No, they won't do that. Somebody who brought their way up, somebody that actually went to college. In case anybody doesn't know, Beyonce never went to college. And I'll read out of that article also. But leave it up to Yale, okay, to pull something like this. And what I found even more on another article, I'll see if I pull that one up too, is that Yale wasn't the only one, okay, that thought about doing this with Beyonce. Apparently there was at least a handful up to over a dozen other colleges that wanted to do the same thing with Beyonce. But I guess Yale paid for the bid, okay, excuse me, and basically got the okay. That's just the way I see it. Because like Candace Owens says, a person like Beyonce, and a lot of other people say it, people like Beyonce don't really do anything for free. Okay? And as it stands right now, the news is that the Democratic Party is trying to find out where did a lot of the money go during the Harris campaign. And they know where it went. They just forgot to get receipts. They try to hide it and make it seem like all these celebrities, okay, were really on Harris's side. But you know they got paid. But they just wanted to hide it to make it seem like, no, they were coming out the woodwork. They were just being original. They were truly looking out for Kamala Harris. They were really supporting her. Yeah, millions of dollars they were supporting her, I'll tell you that much. But let somebody, again, like I said, let somebody like Candace Owens comes out, okay, who's well reserved, who basically, in my opinion, is actually more of a role model as far as like in different aspects of society and life, But that's not good, enough for Yale to say, listen, would you like to have a tenure in our college? We'd like you to reach out to the young girls out there where they can probably aspire to be lawyers and doctors and judges. No, let's get Beyonce, who likes to shake her ass in front of millions of people in one-piece bodysuits, okay, be it indoors or outdoors, okay? As a matter of fact, the clip I got from my thumbnail, I believe that was at a football game. She's outside, and if anybody gets offended at the thumbnail, I apologize. I didn't mean to offend anybody, but it's just to show that, you know what, that's the kind of woman that Yale would rather have, I guess now is going to be representing them. Okay, because to tell you the truth, I mean, we all know that colleges and schools have become, indoctrination, information centers anyway. But I mean, did they really have to, go with Beyonce? They couldn't find anybody, with a little more class, in my opinion? I guess not. I guess there's a price for everything. And what pisses me off, which I'm going to show you, the reason why I'm doing this, the real reason why I'm doing it is for one thing and one thing only, and I'll get to that, okay? But with that being said, let me get to the next video clip so you can hear the person that is behind, I believe, behind this whole Beyonce study course at Yale University. Here we go.
We've always known that Beyonce was in a league of her own. Now she's in the Ivy League. Yale University will offer a new course in the upcoming spring semester called Beyonce Makes History: Black Radical Tradition, History, Culture, Theory, and Politics through Music. Students taking the class will examine how Beyonce reshaped American pop culture, plus how her music upholds Black intellectual thought and activism.
Yeah.
What inspired this new class on Beyonce?
Well, Jonathan, first of all, great to be here. Thanks for having me. I should say that I've been teaching Beyonce for a long time alongside a lot of other folk. Back when I was on the faculty at Princeton in 2012, so I first started teaching her. I was one of the first scholars to write in a scholarly journal an article about her, but I'm not alone. People like Michael Eric Dyson have taught courses on her. There's an entire academic reader on Lemonade, right? So not alone, but the reason why we're all doing this is because Beyonce is the most intellectually provocative and historically minded international pop superstar of her generation, if not the most of all time. No other contemporary artist compares to her when it comes to overtly engaging a combination of history, cultural memory, the politics of social life, the spirit and vision and ethos of long Black freedom struggle movements. We can think.
Okay, I gotta stop because this woman, I mean, I didn't put this video together. This was by Memology, okay? Go to his channel, show him some love. Now I see why he put one of the scenes from Game of Thrones with the guy throwing up. It's because it's nauseating. It's nauseating to think that this is the best you can do, and her saying that she's been teaching this since 2012. So for 12 years, she has been in these Ivy League schools, Ivy League colleges, okay, teaching courses on Beyonce, and others have been doing it. You know, it's just mind-boggling to think that, because one would think, you know what, let me teach something, like I was saying before, let me teach something where if a parent wants to put their kid, I don't know, in front of, let's just say, Beyonce and, I don't know, who's a good one these days as far as like on the, let's just use Candace Owens for that matter, okay? You would think that they would, you know, be able to have, come out and say that, you know what, we know that that child is going to wind up picking Candace Owens because we are teaching something way different than just music and provocatively shaking your ass on stage. But no, Beyonce is the candidate because, like she says, she knows about politics, she knows about this, she knows about that, life struggle, whatever the hell. It's like, really? She knows about politics? When was the last time anybody ever seen Beyonce on Capitol Hill Okay? Talking about important issues. Advocating for important issues. And when I say important issues, I don't mean voting for Kamala Harris and voting for abortions. I'm not talking about that. Okay? I'm talking about getting more real education in front and into the minds of young girls. We're not going to talk about the boys, we're going to talk about the girls. How to be a doctor, how to be a lawyer, how to be a nurse, how to be an engineer, how to be a judge, how to be just a housewife. You know, what it is to be a mother. You know? No, they think that she's iconic enough because that she has done so much for society. You know? Meanwhile, the rumor is that Harris paid her $10 million. Whether that's true or not, I really don't care. Because you know what? If it's not true, it's going to take a lot of proving to believe that it's not true. And if it is true, it's not surprising. It's not surprising. Like I said, the Democrat Party and people are trying to find out, where did a lot of the money go? They have no receipts. Well, look at all the celebrities that they've been using for nothing, taxpayer money. Okay. Now let's just say that none of the money went to the celebrities that they had out there, advocating for them. It's still, is out in the open. The question is, so where's the money? Okay, you took all this money from the taxpayers. Democrats don't have it. There's rumor that it's going to the celebrities. But when Candace Owens brings it up, besides everybody else that brought it up, once again, her Beyonce's mom's got to come out and have a little tissy fit about it. Don't talk about my baby. Well, your baby's out there worth $800 million. Your baby's out there surrounded by scandal no matter what. Okay? She's out in the public domain. Get used to it. That's the life she chose. So does anybody really think that is necessary for Ivy League colleges or anybody for that matter? I mean, if it was a music school, I could understand. You want to talk about different artists, I get it. But a college? Okay? Why? Do you know how much taxpayer money that the government takes to put into these Ivy League schools? As a matter of fact, I'm just going to we'll finish this and I'm going to show you exactly how much the government gives Yale. Okay? Our taxpayer money. Never mind the taxpayer money that went to the Democrat Party. They paid into that, their constituents. We can safely say that maybe a lot of that money went to Beyonce until they can prove that it didn't. That money's going to be lost and somebody's got to, come forward, and claim it. But let's play this and I'm going to show you how much Yale gets from the government of our taxpayer money. That, you know what, we have no say-so. We can't send our kids to college there, but they can make a study course on Beyonce there, or for our taxpayer money.
Think back to someone like Stevie Wonder, but I'm talking about this generation. Beyonce has continued this kind of intellectual tradition that we'd been lacking in Black popular music culture for some time. So she's incredible in that way and so many others.
Okay, it's like, let me just go back a little bit. It's like she's making it seem like she's more important than a lot of predominant Black women out there. Me personally, I think it's an insult, okay, to a lot of predominant Black women out there. If not all predominant Black women out there, because you know what? The average woman, no matter how predominant you are not going to make as much as Beyonce. And I don't mean that as an insult. I'm just saying, Beyonce makes her money surrounded by scandal. And for this woman, okay, now I'll take that back. She makes some of her money from her music, but that whole arena that she's in, it's all surrounded by scandal. Let's not kid ourselves here. Okay? Hollywood, the music industry, all that is surrounded by scandal. What do you think? She just picked up a mic when she was 12 years old and just floated her way through? No, that's not how it goes. Anybody would tell you that. She just knew who she had to be with and who she had to surround herself with. Okay? But even with that, she's still surrounded by scandal. And this woman thinks that it's best to teach about Beyonce for years now. We're talking, what, 12 years? Okay? By her estimate, she says she started in 2012. And for what? You're teaching about a woman that basically had a silver spoon in her mouth. She was entitled. She didn't even go to college. She decided to pursue her music career. I'm going to show you the article. Let me jump real quick. I'm going to do this. Let me cut out of this one. I'm going to get into the article so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Here we go. Okay, now that woman said that she was teaching Beyonce, I believe she said back in 2012 in Princeton. I came across this article. Yale University is 20th on the list, okay, of total federal funds is $480.2 million. The annual R&D expenditure is $803 million. In 2015, enrollment was $12,385. In 2016, their endowment was $25.4 billion. Okay. You know, you would think that they would say, you know what? Why should we have one class on talking about a person who, by all intents and purposes, is considered probably a billionaire? Okay. Why don't we take some of that money and, you know, if enrollment was only $12,385, why don't they take that money and try to enroll more people into the school? No, they won't do that. They got to have some woke teacher, whatever that lady was, okay, being paid, okay, to teach something about a woman who, like I said, makes money. Forget about the music, because she could just stand there in a dress and sing. No, she's got to add to it by shaking her ass and doing whatever, you know, whatever provocative moves and stuff like that. And people think that that's what young girls in this day and age need. That's what they need to be taught in college. And we wonder why the colleges are so damn woke. And I am so glad that Donald Trump said that, you know, a lot of this woke stuff, you know, doesn't happen. He's going to start cutting a lot of funding for these colleges. And I don't blame him. Because in my opinion, this is a damn waste. Okay? This article right here I came across, it said, where did Beyonce go to college? Truth behind her education. Okay? It's a quick read. I'll read it real quick. When you think about Beyonce, the first thing that might come to mind is her immense talent, electrifying performances, and iconic music hits. Yet, many fans often wonder, where did Beyonce go to college? In this blog post, Real Unravel, blah, 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 blah. Okay, she's 41 years old, singer-songwriter. She's in Beyonce's early educational years. Beyonce's education journey began in Texas, born and raised in Houston. She first stepped into the world, of learning at St. Mary Elementary School. Later on, she transitioned to Parker Elementary School, another institution in Texas. Interestingly, these schools laid the foundation for a stellar career, though not in the way most would expect. Okay, it says right here, high school and the decision. Okay, continuing her educational path, Beyonce attended Alief High School in Houston, Texas. However, even during these years, her passion for music was evident. Instead of pursuing higher education after high school, she made a pivotal decision to follow her musical dreams. Although she didn't attend college, Beyonce was already gearing up for the bigger stage, for the bigger stages. Okay, so that's basically what she did. Okay, she started out in the music industry young, got surrounded by the right people, even though in my opinion they're the wrong people, but by the right people for her to have a stellar career in music and become rich. Why, oh why, would Yale think that this woman is a role model enough where they have to have a study course on her? I hate to say it, but not every girl can truly sing the way Beyonce does. Okay? And it's not that 9 out of 10 girls are not going to have this type of career like Beyonce. No, you're talking like maybe 1 in tens of thousands. Let's be realistic here. And there are thousands upon thousands of girls worldwide that have beautiful voices, And they probably sound better than Beyonce. Okay? But you don't see them getting the spotlight. Only a select few will, because they basically, like I said, surround themselves, okay, by the right ones that can give them what they want. Basically, selling their souls, if you think about it. Now, why won't they teach about Candace Owens? You know, because she's well versed. She knows politics. I mean, she's everything that, you know, the average man would want. No, that person decided, no, we got to teach about Beyonce. Here's another person. You know, just a little fun fact. Here we go. Winsome SEARS. Okay, she's a predominant strong black woman. Why won't they teach about her? I mean, here's a short bio of her. Okay, SEARS was born in Kingston, Jamaica. Okay, on March 17, 1964. She immigrated to the United States, you know, at the age of what, 6? She grew up in the Bronx, my hometown. There you go. And what else does it say here? I read this at the bottom. Was it here? Yeah. SEARS served as an electrician. She was an electrician, okay, in the United States Marines. So not only is she a black woman, she immigrated here, got, you know, born and raised in the Bronx, worked her way up, went into the Marines, became an electrician. Now she's in the political arena. That's a strong black woman to me. See, this is more feasible for a young girl to do, okay, than what they can do as far as what Beyonce's doing. But they prefer in Yale to take taxpayer money and pay somebody that thinks that, you know what, no, Beyonce's the way to go. This is the course we have to teach in college. Why won't they teach about women like Winsome SEARS? Or Candace Owens? Or, I don't know, your average nurse in your local hospital. Your average EMS driver that's been through a lot. That's seen a lot. That has saved lives. Why is the federal government taking taxpayer money in the hundreds of millions and giving it to a university, and then the university is going to take a little chunk of that, or probably a big chunk at this point, because I wouldn't be surprised if they got to pay for all kinds of patents and stuff like that to use Beyonce's music or whatever, you know, information, whatever it is they're going to use to teach about her. Okay? I wouldn't be surprised if everything's patented and trademarked. But why won't they do that? No, they won't. They won't teach about the average woman. Okay? That, in my opinion, I think is more predominant and strong than these rich elitists in Hollywood and in the music industry. Okay? I mean, to the point that they, you know, you have a woman like Winsome SEARS, at some point she's going to say, you know what, I'm retiring, I've had a full life, I'm going to take my, you know, my pension, my money, and go off to the sunset. Unlike people like, I don't know, like Madonna, who's like pushing 80 years old, has so much damn plastic surgery, she doesn't even look human. She still has to try to push her way on stage, okay, as if she's still a factor. And Hollywood, okay, the music industry, they encourage her. Who in their right mind wants to encourage a young girl, or, you know, or a female growing up to want to live a life like that? Why would you want to encourage them? Why would you want to teach that in college? It's bad enough the music industry is surrounded by scandal. It's bad enough right now Beyonce is surrounded by scandal. Why would you choose her to teach in college? Did anybody forget that P. Diddy's still locked up? Did anybody forget that her husband Jay-Z is buddy-buddy with P. Diddy? They're all being investigated. I mean, it's just, it's mind-boggling the way, you know, these universities talk so much that they're being vilified, but look at the moves that you're making. in this day and age where, you know, you would think that, well, it doesn't surprise me that they don't want to teach about decadence, but they have to go and get people, you know, to use as, I guess, as their token, I don't know, alumni, okay, and say, these are the ones you should look up to. These are the courses we're going to teach you. You'll like that, right? It's bad enough the kids in college have their minds in another place. Now you're going to have them flocking to go to a class, okay, to learn about Beyonce. Big deal. What has she done? The lady described her saying that she's all about politics and this and that. No, she's a radical. It says it in the title itself. She's a radical. She's teaching about radical shit. That's why the colleges are all messed up. You know? And what did Beyonce do? She got on stage for Kamala Harris, spoke for about 3 minutes, 4 minutes. What was her message? Her message was nothing but negative. It was one-sided. It had nothing to do to address all the women in America. Okay? But it's not surprising. It's not surprising that, you know, the colleges won't teach about Winsome Sears, Candace Owens. No, they vilify these women. They throw at them, they vilify, they call them all kinds of names because they're not on the right. They don't align with their, you know, with what they believe in, their agenda. But you want to go and talk about Beyonce. Why not Tina Turner? You know, that woman says that Beyonce is this, and that she's like the, whatever she's saying, sign of the times. You know, Tina Turner was there way before her. Whitney Houston. She was a music icon. Tina Turner, Whitney Houston, Janis Joplin. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. Why are you teaching about Beyonce? Oh, I'll tell you why. Okay? And is what the point that I was trying to make. The fact that they're taking, okay, what was that article again? Right here, they're taking government money, our taxpayer money, okay, to launder it through the universities, and at the same time bringing up a figure like Beyonce that speaks to the young people so they could keep radicalizing them. That's why. See, if they chose somebody like Candace Owens or Winsome Sears, okay, it's going to free these girls' minds. It's going to make them think critically then. Make them open up their minds and say, wait a minute. You know, I kind of don't like the fact of that I think I can be a music star or icon like Beyonce. I can probably do something like what Candace Owens is doing. I can probably do something like what Winsome Sears is doing. No, they don't want that. Okay? They want to teach about Beyonce so like that they can intrigue them with the music and make them believe that you too can be worth someday $800 million if you marry the right, shills in Hollywood and you surround yourself by the right, by the right wrong people, I should say, in the music industry. It's incredible. It really, really is. And I just wanted to put this video together because it was like, when I seen this today, I'm like, you know what? There is so much going on, okay, in this country. So much going on. I just think that as a taxpayer who can't afford groceries, right now, just like tens of millions of other Americans, but they're taking our taxpayer money and funding these colleges, I just think we could do a little better with that money than teach a damn course, okay, on a person like Beyonce who's surrounded by scandal. Just my thoughts. I don't know. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. If you agree, give this video a thumbs up. But anyway, that's what I got for you people. Don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe, pass the channel around. And if you can help support the channel, there's a link in my description to my Cash App and my merch store. Also, I'm changing one of the key features, okay, just to test out the next couple of videos. So if you're one of my subscribers, keep checking the channel every day for videos. I'm under the notion that if I use this one key feature, the notifications are not going to go to you first. I don't know. Let me know if you get this notification for this video. Leave it in the comments. It's just like that. I don't know if I feel like I want to keep using, like I said, the key feature on the YouTube Studio. Okay, I'm trying to push out the videos as much as I can, but I need to know if you guys are going to see it also. If not, I'm going to go back to the way it was, so you guys get notifications first. So remember, people, stay vigilant. Keep praying for each other. Keep praying for the women and the children. Pray for this country. Pray for your enemies. And pray for Donald Trump. Peace.